This month in Outer Banks history, Civilian Conservation Corps Camp Virginia Dare was established on Roanoke Island. The Civilian Conservation Corps, or CCC, was a public relief program designed to provide jobs for young men during the Great Depression in the 1930s. Unemployed, unmarried men aged 17 to 28 enlisted in the program for 6-month terms and were put to work doing manual labor for construction and land development projects in rural areas. CCC men received $30 per month for their labor, of which $25 was sent home to their families. CCC Company 436 was originally established in Durham in June 1933, where it was located for 16 months. In October 1934, the camp received orders that it would be relocated to Roanoke Island. 2 advanced detachments were sent ahead to prepare the site, the first arriving on October 11, 1934. According to the Company 436 Camp Annual, when the first men arrived, they were greeted by nothing but stumps, bushes, trees, and mosquitoes. Company 436's first task was to construct all the necessary facilities for the camp, including barracks and common spaces. This process took several months, during which time the men lived in tents and were exposed to harsh winter temperatures. By early 1935, work on the camp was completed, and the company was given a new assignment to tackle beach erosion. They began constructing miles of sand fencing and planting beach grasses to stabilize the dunes. By 1936, 1,500 acres of grass had been planted and over 63,000 feet of brush fence had been erected. They also helped construct historical exhibits at Fort Raleigh National Historic Site and the facilities at Waterside Theater. Life in the camp was filled with activity. Members of the company worked 30 hours each week. They participated in a required physical education program consisting of calisthenic exercises and stretching first thing every morning. The camp had its own outdoor basketball court, and many of the men also played baseball or boxed for recreation. Others participated in the camp's drum and bugle corps. Local preachers came to the camp each week to lead a Sunday church service. Every month on the 10th, the men received a small canteen credit that they could use to purchase sundries, cigarettes, and necessities from the camp exchange in the recreation hall. They frequently screened movies in the recreation hall or on a large screen outside. And every Monday night, a social event called a smoker was held, for which the men gathered in the recreation hall over candy and cigarettes and sang songs accompanied by Ms. Holland Westcott on the piano. The CCC required its men to complete some sort of educational component during their service, and Camp Virginia Dare was no exception. The men participated in weekly writing and citizenship classes, as well as classes in specialized subjects like forestry, radio, and typing. The camp had a library and 2 classrooms. It also had a workshop equipped with power tools that the men used to complete woodworking projects and handicrafts. Camp 436 had a yearbook, The High Tide, and a camp newsletter, The Log, which were produced by some of the men as an extracurricular activity. After World War II broke out in 1939, the CCC shifted its focus to national defense projects. When the United States entered the war and conscription began, the numbers of young men available to work were drastically reduced. The program was fully disbanded in 1942, but its legacy lives on in the handful of CCC-built structures that are still standing throughout Dare County. For more information on Camp Virginia Dare or any other topic in Eastern North Carolina history, come visit us at the Outer Banks History Center. We're located at Roanoke Island Festival Park across from the downtown Mania waterfront.